Hello and welcome to Ule Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Scorpio. If Scorpio is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, and let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say today? Oh, goodness. So, it looks like we have a big Cheshire cat. It looks like whoops. Oh, no, I'm going to drop my stick. Okay. Right here we have the big face, and we'll get back to that. I'm going to spin this around real quick. And our card for the day is the 6 of Wands, which has everything to do with a big victory, which, listen, I am happy that we have a positive card today. Okay, now that one looks like, it looks like a certain mouse from a certain cartoon or franchise, not even a franchise, just a corporation, a huge one. If you can see the face, we have the two eyes, the nose, the smile. So maybe you are taking a trip to Florida, or where are the other ones? I know there's the one in California. That's the only one I've been to. Florida, and then probably a lot of other countries. But yeah, that's big MM vibes. I don't know what's going on with these cartoons showing up. Okay, and then let's see. So we have a nice victory, and that makes me happy because we've had some difficult readings for sure. And these kind of I really feel like there is an energy of a youthful, it feels like a youthful person in your life. And I feel like a youthful energy really coming into your life, okay? And with the Cheshire cat, and we see the head, the body, and the tail, really that to me is that's like a spirit guide, right? That's like a some kind of apparition or something in your dreams kind of showing up and saying, okay, it's time to go a different way. Pay attention right now. Okay. Things are about to get a little surreal. But with this other character we have here, I do feel like there is a youthful energy entering, okay? Not a child necessarily, but somebody who seems younger. Now, we also have, and this looks like maybe like a wizard. If you can come along with me here. We have the hat, the little wizard hat, and a cloak and the leg, and it looks like kind of walking this way. And we see up here, it almost looks like we have a head, an eye, and some kind of phallic nose coming down, and kind of looking down on the wizard here. And here we almost have what I would say it looks like a cherubim, maybe. But what this seems like to me is really the gaze of the divine on this kind of almost like hero's quest, a spiritual quest, okay? And we have the rest of this path here, and then we have what looks like maybe a person wearing a large dress or a robe. Their hair is flowing, they're waving, kind of greeting our traveler here. And so I feel like there's a sense of coming into safe harbor, okay? There has been a lot of difficulty, as if you've been along with the other readings, we've had some difficulties. If you've been living your life, you know there's been some stuff this year that has been particularly hard. But I think that in a lot of ways, you are coming to a place of rest. And I do think that there is a sense of, with this younger energy, this person, I wonder if this is somebody maybe at work or in a new like social like situation, a new person coming to the group of friends, or you're hanging out somewhere different. You've met somebody who's a little younger, or they have just like a real youthful spirit. And I think that what stands out about them is that they kind of experience the world differently. I feel like in some ways you have, become a little cynical. There's been some trauma. We've had a tower event in your life in the last year or two. You're kind of closed off, which makes sense. You've been, having some ups and downs, just trying to figure out how to exist in a way that is not so painful. And so I think when somebody comes into your life, that personally, or at least, kind of exists parallel to within like a workspace or socially, and they have like a whole other vibe. They are maybe a little younger, or at least they have like a spirit that is not so trampled upon. They're a little more optimistic, maybe open to the whimsy and mystery of life. And this kind of changes the air, right? To be around somebody who is excited about things, to be around somebody who's interested in things, who wants to show you stuff and talk about, interesting topics, and they care about things. They maybe are involved in, whatever they're passionate about. This can sometimes feel a little annoying, maybe, but I think being around people like this is really important, especially for us who've gotten old and jaded and cynical. It's nice to remember that there are people out there that really do care about the world. They care about things that we don't even know about yet, right? And hopefully, we'll be exposed to new concepts, new things to consider, and of course we don't have to spend all of our time, concerned about the outside world. If you've seen my readings, I say that the biggest change we can make in life is healing of self, unification of aspects of self, integration, individuation. This is how we begin to heal our direct communities and families and so on. That's the most important work, in my opinion. But to be concerned about the outer world, the bigger things that are mostly abstract ideas, really. When it comes down to it, there's nothing wrong with that. I think we all should, at times care about stuff, that maybe we can't do much about it. Maybe, putting our energies and our intentions of goodwill into it, praying and so on. All of this is very important, ultimately for the collective. And so it is a blessing to have somebody come around that is, kind of shaking things up, stirring up the energies. And so I feel you coming into safe harbor, you coming into a place where you feel loved and received. And I'm sorry, I was looking at this. I was trying to see what this said. And I think that's a good feeling. you know, there has been a bit of weariness building, but I think this is where we kind of get it together. This is kind of where, you know, we've rested a bit and we're ready. We're ready to partake in something outside of our own ruminations, right? Okay, so we have a large candle, illuminating candle. I think that there's something very important coming into view. Okay, and I think with this energy, this will allow you the space and wherewithal to kind of apply yourself to this new gained knowledge. The universe is going to be showing you something really important. Does it have to do with something more collective, or is this something in your personal life? I'm not sure, but I do think it is a jumping off point, and we have a person here, not jumping, a beginning point, right? So beginning, and I do feel we have two people kind of coming together. I feel like there really is going to be a partnership in this. Okay, you will not be going this part of the cycle alone. This is going to make you tighter with somebody that you love and care for. You will have the support, not just passively. I see them really getting involved in this next endeavor that you have. And so this will be a nice place. Now, you must make time for yourself, because as Scorpios are, you know, you can get irritated when somebody is around too often, when you don't have time for yourself, when you don't have the space to just kind of be whatever you are privately. So make sure that you are not jumping all the way in on the, you know, edge of kind of codependency, making sure that you have room to do your own thing. That's really going to have to be there to help balance out this partnership. Okay. And now we have a T, and I'm looking, it looks like a TH, and then above it looks like TH, and then we have an ILO. Looks like Thilo. So, I don't know what that is. So THILO, or maybe it's THI, and then a 10. It looks important because they do, it looks pretty clear there. And then we have a person who is kind of on their knees here, praying, okay? And it looks like they have an utterance, or it looks like a quill, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So it looks like maybe this is one of my personal important practices, is writing appeals to the divine. And I like to write them out. I like to write them out on little pieces of paper, and then I fold them up and I put them in a special place. Sometimes I like to put them all into a jar, and then I bury the jar. Okay. And of course I will dig it back up in time. I will not litter it, I promise you. But, you know, I do like to put, the prayers, the appeals. Now, appeal is a little bit different than a prayer. It is more of a guidance, looking for some kind of guidance, or putting some kind of intention out there. But you know, I think that either way, there is this need to kind of write or utter or, you know, meditate on, contemplate these prayers, these appeals. It seems like a very devotional posture there. And now we have an L in the middle, and it looks like we have so many of the illuminating candles. I really feel like something is coming into sight here. We also have a large number 1 right here. I wanted to show that too. I forgot about that one. And then it looks like 1111. So maybe that's what it is instead of how I was looking at it like this. I look at it on this side, it looks like a 1, and then we have 1111. So that's kind of interesting. We also have the L. We have another illuminating candle. Another illuminating candle here. So I really, my goodness, I really feel like there's something really trying to come through. And I almost feel like there's an energy of a Sagittarius person maybe involved, and I almost feel like maybe this is like a loved one who is deceased or a friend, and I feel like it will be delivered in some way around them. And I know a lot of it is dream. I go into the dreams a lot. And this is because I have most of my stuff comes through my dreams. That's where my attachment is much more potent. I do have, what we call visions and things like that. But the dream world is a place that is kind of made, I think, for that connection with the other side. And, although it is hard for people to transition, we have such access to all of that. And it's not just some of us, all of us. And it really just, it depends on the work you put into getting into those dream worlds, into those creative spaces, the active imagination, and setting up kind of channels of communication. Okay. And now, is it verifiable? No. Is it just your imagination? Maybe. Who knows? Right? But I feel, for me, there are times it's very profound, very clear, and, pretty pretty clear that it plays out in the mundane world after I have had these visitations. So, I'm a believer, definitely. So I don't know. Look for your dreams. It seems like there's some heavy messaging coming through. Okay. And so let's do a card really quick. Going to stop right there. Transformation. So we do have that transformative energy, and I really think that just something about this person who is a physical person, by the way, the younger energy, that person, I feel like it's going to mix your life up a bit, not in a bad way. I just think that kind of like shake things up, dust off some of the dust that's, in those parts of your mind and emotional sectors, really thinking about things that you do really care about, and that passion will come back to you. Okay. Will it be about the same things? Maybe not. Maybe it's different things, but you will recall how it felt to care deeply about things outside of yourself. Okay. And that's going to be, I think, a really important experience for you. Definitely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for spending this time with me today, Scorpio. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm, and that helps us grow the channel. So we give the... we give the algorithm the engagement. I'm sorry, the cat's just like, I think she's about to jump from the table to the counter over there. Let me start over. We like to give it the engagement that it wants, and basically doing things like liking the videos, watching the videos from the beginning to the end, sharing them on other social media platforms. It kind of like triggers the algorithm. The algorithm then recommends these videos to other people, and we grow the channel that way. That's how it goes. So I mean, that's what they say online. That's what I've read. I believe it. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they say. Other than that, if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing so. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next video is coming out. And if you want to leave a comment, I read all of them. They mean so much to me. I love getting to know all of you. Okay, Scorpio. Thank you. We'll talk again soon.